Illinois governor signs bill into law that allows illegal immigrants to be police officers. The Center Square, Illinois governor, J.B. Pritzker, has signed a bill into law which has since gone into effect that allows non-citizens to become police officers in Illinois. House Bill 3751 passed with bipartisan support during the spring session. Police groups were split between being neutral and supporting the measure. State Senator Chapin Rose, Republican Mohammed, opposed the bill and said non-citizens should not be allowed to detain citizens. The title of this lesson is going to be Illinois governor signs bill into law that allows illegal immigrants to be police officers. This is Psalms chapter 94, verse 20. Should the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord our power is my defense, and my God is the rock of my fifth refuge. Salakia. Barakatah, Shalom Israel, Shalom Judah, Shalom, Shalom to the house of Israel, the house of King David, Yahudah, Judah, the hopeful elect. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to the Most High, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Back at another lesson. Illinois governor, as I read earlier, signs a bill into law that allows illegal immigrants, and in the news article it says non-citizens, to be police officers. Woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? We are in the last days. This place is unfolding, and the devil is coming down with great wrath because his time is short. So the governor, he got everybody on board. His governors, police officers, the nurses, the doctors, the engineers, the media, the military, the workforce, everyone is on board. Okay? So they have drawn out their sword. Their sword is the pen, the law. They have frameth a law. Let's read that again. Psalms 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They frame mischief by law, meaning they write these laws, they frame it, and they go rewrite it again. They add in to shoot their arrows directly to the poor, righteous, the meek, the children of Israel, the fatherless, and the widowhood. Okay? And they don't mind killing their own, affecting their own, just to get to the children of Israel. Okay? So this is part of their agenda, but this is prophecy. It has to play out. Prophecy has to be fulfilled. Okay? Can't nothing happen without the Most High's permission. So this is part of prophecy. He allowing this to happen. This is prophecy. So we see where the trouble is coming from. It's coming from the wicked, the powers that be, that's writing these unrighteous decree laws, framing a mischief by law, and, going against the Constitution, but framing, it says framing mischief by law. Yeah, framing mischief by law. So they go back and rewrite the law. Okay, they never live up to their laws. They always breaking their laws, like they break the treaties. They broke everything else, So this is what they do. But they're doing this to come after us. They making war with the woman. Okay, they're making war with Israel. Pertaining to Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. So, matter of fact, let me get that. And the dragon was wroth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, that's Israel, the righteous, which keepeth the commandments of God our power, the Most High, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Yeshua, Hamashiach, Yashua, Yahweh Shai. So they making war with us, okay? So they, you know, we at the end, man. So this bill is not only going to affect Salak, it's not only going to affect black people, although they're going to target us the most, but the Lord is they're going to be taken by their own devices, okay? The Most High is going to protect and guide his people, the righteous, the elect, okay? But although 2 parts will be cut off and die, but the third will be left therein. But it's going to affect the so-called white man too, the Caucasian, and other races, Gentile nations that's born in America, the United States of America, Salakia. Okay? So these unrighteous decrees, these laws, is to rob the fatherless and the widowhood, to affect us, to persecute us, to slay and kill us. Now this is Jacob's trouble. This is coming in. It's going to be lawlessness. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, the last for that day is great, so that none is like it. It's even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. The righteous, the elect, the meek, the poor and needy, the poor righteous man. So, we here, and they bringing this thing in. So, with him is strength and wisdom, the deceive and the deceiver are his, pertaining to Job chapter 12, verse 16. And roughly I'm paraphrasing. But this is Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah right quick. And I'm going to try to not be so long, see where the Spirit takes me. Isaiah chapter 10, verse, let's start with 1. And it reads, it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, the children of Israel, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Okay, that widows may be their prey. It says that widows may be their prey. Okay, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. So they're doing that now. Okay, you got a lot of single mothers out there, vulnerable, ain't got no protection, no hedge of protection. Our sisters, daughters of Zion, okay, single parents, and mass evictions. It's a lot going on, man. There's so much going on. We dealing with they closing thousands of stores, millions of immigrants, illegal immigrants, migrants coming across the country. They ain't already flooded Chicago with immigrants. They sucking up the resources, the housings. They giving it to the illegal immigrants. Okay, these Gentile nations. And then allowing them, now they can become these non-citizens, these illegal immigrants, can become police officers. Okay? The Most High is the best knower, and his son. Okay? He's going to protect the righteous. So they doing this because their time is short, and to make war and come after the children of Israel. So they're going to collapse the economy. They passing these bills. Their sword is the pen. Okay? Their laws. He frameth a law by mischief. He frameth mischief by law. His sword is the law, the pen, the booyah, the poison, bioweapons, diseases. Okay? The gun, to slay and kill. With a weapon, the sword is any form of weapon. They doing that. The pen, the laws, you know, the military, the media, bioweapon, bio, you know, biological warfare through the food, the water, the food through the GMOs, poisoning the food with the GMOs, the water with fluoride, the air with chemtrails, you know, you name it. They doing this. But this is a bill signed, okay, through the legislation, you know, they're unrighteous decrees, these Juniconio laws, okay? It says they practice evil, wickedness, because the power is in their hands. The power is in whose hands? Start with Esau, Edom. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, okay? He covered the judges thereof. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get that. But going back to right here, it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. So that's their whole agenda, okay? To rob the fatherless, to afflict and slay and persecute the poor and needy, the poor righteous of Israel, and for widows to be their prey. Single black women, our daughters, Israelite women, okay, daughters of Zion. Now this is Micah. Let me see where I'm at. This is Micah chapter. So these are the last days. These are perilous times. Great tribulation. So you women, Israel, period. We got to gird up more. Put on that whole armor of God, the breastplate, the armor of God. Okay. So you be able to stand against the wiles, the trickeries, the deceptions, the troubles, the traps, the snares, and get ready, because this is going to be the purge. And like I said, all other states across America, they're going to follow suit, okay? All other states in America is going to follow suit. It's going to spread across America. Salakia. Speechless. Okay, this is Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Okay, it is in the power of their hand. Esau, Edom, the Caucasian man, the so-called white man, but he's white. Okay, they write these laws to afflict us, to persecute us, to kill us, to slay us. Okay, to cause turmoil, chaos, trouble amongst us and amongst the Gentile nations. Like I said, they don't mind affecting their own or killing some of their own just to get to us. The devil is evil and wicked, okay? The devil comes to destroy, kill, and deceive, lie, all right? So, in Micah chapter 2, verse 2, and they convey fields and take them by violence, see? And they convey fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And this is what they doing, man. Even a man and his heritage. So they've been oppressing us for over 400 years. They've been afflicting us, persecuting us, killing us, shedding innocent blood, robbing us, okay? Now the Illinois governor just passed this bill. Chicago is already the murder capital, okay? This is why the brothers, you gangs, man, okay? I mean, y'all doing our communities no good, okay? You say you so gangster and hard, but when it comes to these other nations, you chicken out. You punk out, okay? These Mexicans, now you got small little village in Chicago. Mexicans and took that over. then took a side of Chicago over. Now what you gonna do? Immigrants, hundreds of thousands, millions of immigrants came coming in now. What you gonna do now? They already got signed money. What was that? $52 million. Now they can become police officers? But this was all part of their plan, part of their agenda. Okay? They frameth mischief by a law. Okay? They went against the constitutional. They went against our constitutional rights, the constitutional law. They bypassed that. They framed it. They added in. They took it out to fit their narrative. Okay? They did it to fit their narrative. Now this is let's go to Psalms. Now let's go to Job. Like I said, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay? Who is the wicked? Starting with Esau, Edom, and the rest of the Gentile nations. Esau, Edom, the Caucasian man, the red man. So is the Chinese man, Moab. Okay? The dragon. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. And it reads, it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? The earth is given into the land. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who? And who is he? So he covered the faces, the judges thereof. He put his faces, his landmark on landmarks, his name. He put his faces far as on the saint. He put his faces he put his face on as the saints, and he blasphemed and put his face as like he's Jesus. But Jesus is no so-called white man. He is no Caucasian man. Okay, he's a so-called Negro, black man, with woolly hair. It talks about Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. But he covered the saints and put his face as white, Caucasian. So-called white man is Caucasian. And the prophets, he put his face as Caucasian face, so-called white man face. And the landmarks, so-called white man, Caucasian face, and his name. And even he blasphemed, our Christ saving Redeemer, and put his face as Caucasian, so-called white. So the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And these are the people that write these laws. Starting with your elites, Esau, Edom, Idumea, and the Gentile nations, okay, that follow at the Esau, Edom. But these curses are being turned, okay? These curses are being turned to our enemies, those who hate us and come against us and persecute us. Pertaining to Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7, roughly I'm paraphrasing. So we see where the trouble was coming. The chaos. Okay? It's going to be Jacob's trouble is going to be the worst time. It ain't going to be nothing like it, man. It's going to be worse during the time of Babylon, during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. It's going to be worse than that. All the society collapse, nation collapse. It's going to be worse than all of that. The plagues, it's going to be worse than all of that. It's going to be worse than the flood of Noah. Okay? So we seeing where the trouble come from. These Gentile nations coming in, and the wicked frameth these laws by mischief. Okay? To come against the children of Israel. The poor righteous, the meek. To rob the fatherless, and to prey on the widow. To come against the widowhood. Yep. So, these are the times we living in. This is high time, wake out of sleep. Yep. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They frameth mischief by a law. All these laws, they write. They laws is to persecute us, to afflict us, to slay us, and to oppress us. Constantly oppress us. Okay, these laws is to oppress us. Now let's go to Psalms chapter 64. Now it's going to backfire. Now let's go to Psalms 37. I want to read this right quick. Psalms chapter 37. Let's start with right here. Let's start with verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Okay, now going down to Psalm chapter 37, verse 9. For evildoers should be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they should inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked should not be, yea, thou should diligently consider his place, and it should not be. But the meek should inherit the earth, and should delight themselves in abundance of peace. Psalm chapter 37, verse 12. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. And yeah, his day is coming. Okay? His day is coming. And it says, their sword should enter into their own heart. Now going around right here. Okay? Psalm chapter 37, verse 13. Salakia, excuse me. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Psalm chapter 37, verse 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Passing these laws. Okay? Unrighteous decree laws. This Illinois governor writing this bill to slay the poor and needy, to cause chaos, turmoil, and confusion and trouble amongst us, each other, and amongst the Gentile nations combined. Okay? Their sword is the pen, these laws, the media, the booyah, the MOTB. Okay? Their military, their gun, their bioweapons, their poison diseases. Okay, let's read it again. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and they bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword should enter into their own heart, and their bow should be broken. Okay? And they're going to be taken by their own devices. All right? And it says, okay, right here. All right? I think that's, so going right here. Psalm chapter 37, verse 17. For the arms of the wicked should be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. Okay? He upholdeth the righteous. And we're going to eat in the days of famine. Going into 19, it says, they should not be satisfied in the evil time, and in the days of famine they should be satisfied. Salaki, they should not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they should be satisfied. So we're going to be satisfied in the days of famine. Okay? So, let's go to Psalms chapter 64, and we wrap this up. So, whatever they do, the Most High is in control of everything, okay? Nothing happens without his permission. Nothing get delivered out of his hand, all right? So this is prophecy. This had to happen, play out. Israel, the righteous, the elect, would be protected and guided on the right path. Those who trust in him and fear him. And wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time, strength and salvation, to fear the Lord is his treasure. This is Psalm chapter 64, verse 1. Hear my voice, O God, and my prayers. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Okay, these are workers of iniquity, the wicked, this governor, and the elites on top, from all the way down to these governors, these politicians, you know. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword. So they whet their tongue like a sword. Okay? The media, the laws they pass, the secret council, when they have their meetings, these laws they pass to shoot straight arrows against the poor and needy, the righteous, the meek, to rob the fatherless, and for widows be they prey. Okay? Single mothers out there, single black mothers, daughters of Zion. So they know they've been planning for this. Okay? They bloodthirsty. It's going to be Jacob's trouble. It's going to be lawlessness. This is going to be the purge. It says, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. The laws, legislation that pass these unrighteous decree laws. Okay? He frameth mischief by a law. They're wicked. They go back and change the law. They frame it, add in, take away, to fit their narrative, to shoot straight arrows against the poor righteous, the poor and needy, the meek, the children of Israel. Okay? It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So they do this to shoot perfectly at us, the children of Israel, to oppress us, to afflict us, to persecute us, to kill us, slay us, mistreat us. Okay? Psalm chapter 64, verse 4 again. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who should see them? They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who should see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. The Lord is not in all their thoughts, okay? Like I said, with him is strength and wisdom to deceive, and the deceiver are his. And the Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil, pertaining to Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. This is Psalm chapter 10, and I'm going to close it. It says right here, verse 2, the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. And they're going to be taken in their own devices that they have imagined. Okay? For the wicked boasteth in his heart's desire. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his conscience, will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. God is not in all his thoughts. Psalm chapter 10, verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgment are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Okay? He had said in his heart, I should not be moved, for I should never be in adversity. But he will. Okay? He sitteth in the lurking places. This is Psalm chapter 10, verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the village. In the secret places do he murder the innocent. His eyes are probably set against the poor. And this is what the police officers do. Mostly all of them. They prey on the poor. Okay? Police brutality. They killing our people like crazy. They ain't doing no other races like that but black people. The children of Israel. Okay? So-called black, so-called Negroes with woolly hair. All right? He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den, and he lieth in wait to catch the poor, and he doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. But the Lord sees it all. Let's read this. It says, Psalm chapter 10 verse, let's go right here. 13. Wherefore doeth the wicked contain God? He hath said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. In Psalm chapter 10 verse 18, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, the man of the earth may no more oppress. So I just want to bring that out. Okay? So these unrighteous decrees, they're writing, they passing, and like I said, this is going to, all the rest of these states is going to follow suit with this law. It's going to pass. It's starting there, but it's going to spread across America. So stay prayed up, keep the spirits on high, get ready. We are already in Jacob's trouble. It's just a matter of time. It's going to get worse and worse. We see the crime. We see the trouble. The crime is on an all-time high. We see where the turmoil is coming from. These immigrants, these illegals, these non-citizens across the border. And you got the wicked that's writing these laws. They frameth mischief by law. Okay? So now they turning on American citizens. And they're citing this, they're allowing these illegal immigrants to they're allowing these illegal immigrants, okay, to have more to be more Salakia. They're allowing these illegal immigrants to be more, they're more in their favor, I should say. I'm stuck on that. I'm trying to find a word. So they're showing more favor to these illegal immigrants, okay? They're against the American people. They have turned their back on us. You know, they frame of mischief by law. They're writing all these unrighteous decrees, but this is all part of the plan. This is prophecy. So it's playing out. Prophecy has to be fulfilled. So there are enemies, and you know, they with the Gentile nations, and they're part of the Gentile nations. Okay, even if they have to, you know, like I said, hurt some of they, affect some of their own. That's to come against Israel, the children of Israel. So they're not with us. I should just say they're not with us. They're with the Gentile nations. These illegal immigrants, these heathens. Okay, these governors, the politicians. You know, they all against us. Unless you got Trump in there, but still, you got the left wing and the right wing. Okay, it's all part of prophecy. They all working. You know, they all gonna bring the. They all part of the MOTB. Right. So it's gonna be lawlessness. Stay prayed up. Keep the spirits on high, Israel. All praises and glory due to the Most High, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Barakatah. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Judah. Shalom.